you do go off-roll to the mid lane, what champions do you pick?
I always pick Zillion, and it's either go 0-10 or 10-0.
Hey everyone, this is Darius from the Shotcaller. I'm sitting here with Hylissang from Fnatic. Congrats on finally grabbing that first place. Does it feel very special?
Thank you. Yeah, it feels actually really awesome. I don't remember when was the last time I was first place in UFC, so it felt really great winning over G2 because they were in a winning streak and they were doing really well, but so were we, and it feels really great. It's kind of like you're the first team in Europe right now, so it feels really awesome.
And you also managed to grab the 2-0 in the total matchup versus G2, which could be crucial. Even if you guys now lose a game and they win their next game and you're equal in standing, you're still first because you have that direct comparison.
Yeah, this is just a bonus of winning against them 2 times in a row, yeah.
The 2-time. Now, you personally got to go up against Shonen and Wadid, a very promising bot lane, but of course you got to play with the only AD carry in the ULCS. The other people are just marksmen.
Yeah, I think they played well. It's just that I think we could have pushed our lead a bit more if we had a winning mid lane. But in this case, they had like Ryze that was, I think, pushing every wave mid lane, and somehow we couldn't get the lead over the Skarner pick. So I think that's why we couldn't like pressure too much bot lane, because at the beginning it was like really easy for us. We were like winning lane, but once the Ryze got pressure mid, we couldn't like do much bot lane, and we were just on the back foot, and yeah, just it was really hard at one point for bot lane.
Sivir has. It was kind of an interesting pick, I think, because like she wasn't as popular as before, but you picked her nonetheless in such an important match. What was the reasoning behind that?
Well, I think we were thinking of picking Varus over Sivir, but since we have Martin and Martin's Sivir does more damage than enemy Sivir, we decided to go for Sivir pick and have better scaling than having early game and banking on the fact that we're going to finish the game early, which is not the case in LCS. So I don't know, we just thought that Sivir would be the better choice in the game, and we just went for it, and we didn't give opportunity of enemy finishing the game early on, so we just outscaled them and won eventually. Yeah.
Earlier today, we also had the series of unicorns where Exa was able to do more than 10,000 damage in one team fight. It seems like in the last few weeks, especially, that games have been decided in those late game fights more often than not. And Vitality, for example, has been struggling with that. Is that the professional perspective as well?
Well, kinda. It kinda is like the Gathering Storm tick, and you just, if you can stall with GP, for example, or Sivir or Victor, you had both in this game, and they had the GP, you just can't lose the game, and eventually you outscale and win the game. So yeah, I think it's this case in pro scene, but I think like good teams, I think we are not as good, for example, in early game, but I think a good team that has a good early game can finish the game really quick with strong picks like Varus, Alistar, Ryze, and just dive top lane, bot lane, everywhere, wherever you can. But right now, I think in EU, early game is not as strong. So I think that's why we have like really long games, and just enemy can't finish the game, so you win. Yeah.
What do you think of the Alistar support pick?
I think that was actually a kind of a mistake in the draft. We spoke about it, and we should have banned Alistar over Taric, I think, if we play Sivir, because Alistar gets countered by Sivir, but we didn't ban it because I had Braum and I could always defend Sivir, so he can't really jump in. So that was the reason behind not banning Alistar, but we should have banned it, and that was a draft mistake.
Okay, fair enough. Do you, in terms of solo queue, right? A lot of people like to main, or a few people like to main support, but maining support in solo queue can be really difficult. What would be your personal advice for those solo queue supports out there?
Well, I usually rely on at least one good player in my team, and I play around him. Doesn't matter what role it is, maybe jungle, maybe AD carry, maybe mid lane. I'll just play around him and focus on making him ahead. And that's usually my strat in solo queue. But if you don't have any of this, you don't have strong play in your team, then it's just unlucky game, and you should not take it too harsh to yourself. You just focus and improve on yourself in these games. And yeah, if you have a target or a player or person to snowball, you just focus on getting ahead, and yeah, you would win most of the games.
So even to an extent, to the point that, okay, after 10 minutes I see my ADC is not doing well, but my mid laner is, I should roam mid a lot and try to get him ahead?
Yeah, just don't care about your AD carry as much. Just he's behind, let him lose turret or something, but just make something on the other side of the map. It's okay, like, if he's behind and you just sit with him and, like, the enemy will just move mid lane and just destroy your mid laner, and then he doesn't have lead, at least give lead to your mid lane and let your AD carry still lose. It's nothing important.
Because yeah, there is not that much to lose at that point in the first place.
Exactly. Instead of like trying to stall the bet, maybe at least make something good on the other side of the map.
Okay, interesting. We're gonna see some changes, I believe, to the dragons in the way that I think Cloud Drake is gonna give in combat movement speed as well, which is gonna be huge buff to the Cloud Drake. What's your thought on those side of things, and of course on the 8.4 patch in general?
Well, I actually didn't know that. Thanks for telling me that. But I usually value Cloud Drake even now because it's important for support and jungle, for example, to be fast moving on the map. So that would be even nicer, and it will be definitely valuable, maybe even more than Mountain, and sometimes maybe more than Ocean Drake. So that would be good.
And the entire way that the mid lane will shape up with the new mage items and stuff, what's your take on that?
I still haven't read them, but I played mid lane and I couldn't pick Morello, but I saw Twin Shadows, so I was really happy to have Twin Shadows back in the game. I think there will be a lot of CDR mid lane back and just running around the map and destroying everyone, so I'm looking forward for playing Caps against Caps in solo queue, just killing everyone. Yeah, would be fun for me, definitely.
If you do go off roll to the mid lane, what champions do you pick?
I always pick Zilean, and it's either go 0-10 or 10-0, so it's nice. But at least when you play Zilean, even if you're 0-10, you're still really useful, so that's why I play him.
Interesting strategy. Now you joined Fnatic with the goal to go to Worlds, of course, with the goal to succeeding greatly. Now you're really on that path, and you have some fantastic teammates on your side. What is there to stop you guys right now? Is it other like other teams, or is it just yourselves?
Yeah, I think if there is someone to stop us, it will be ourselves and not enemy, because I think we're the best team in Europe, and I think we kind of showed it already. It's just that if we keep with the strong mental and just improving as we're improving every week by week, there's nothing that can stop us but ourselves. So yeah, I'm really happy that we are the first team right now. So yeah.
Of course, it's a very, very interesting development to see First Vitality emerge from out of nowhere and just grab the top title, and now you guys have taken over.
Yeah, it was really sad at the beginning that we were like 2-3 and just struggling against every team and having a lead but don't know how to use it because we are a new team and we don't match together, and we're just all over the place, losing to like teams like we lost. It was really sad, but now it feels really good that we show that we are a really good team.
Has your relationship with Martin, with Reckless, improved as well?
Yeah, it improved drastically after like winning. Like everyone is like more happy, and we improve and we go over mistakes and do like what champions we play. It got so much better than the first weeks. It's really nice to see.
Awesome. Well, looks like that will be a very interesting playoff scenario. Very excited to see that. Is there anything you'd like to say to the Fnatic fans out there?
Yeah, I want to thank to all Fnatic fans that support me and my team, and they're really awesome. Like they cheer for us all the time and make us happy. Like it's really awesome, and yeah, thank you.
Awesome. Well, this was Hylissang from Fnatic and Darius from Shotcaller. Hope you had a good day. See you then. Hey everyone, this is Darius from the Shotcaller, and I hope you just enjoyed that interview. This is a generic end card, so make sure to click here for another interview or here for a different interview. And if you want to check out more content, specifically from the NALCS, make sure to visit theshotcaller.net for more interviews and other esports content. Have a good day.